Well, here's the problem. Hebrews is just so complicated. So I started writing this long, and I thought, I'm just going to leave Melchizedek out. So he got axed. I'm Dr. Marianne Meye Thompson, and I'm the George Ladd Professor of New Testament. I'm going to be introducing the book of Hebrews today from the perspective of a New Testament scholar. Hebrews may be one of the most neglected books in the New Testament. It's in many ways one of the most puzzling books in the New Testament. We call it the letter to the Hebrews, but it's not quite clear whether this is a letter or a long sermon or an exhortation or an argument for something. It seems to have a variety of forms. It also has some very memorable passages in it. One of the better known is the long catalog of the heroes of faith that we read in chapter 11. Here we find the names of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Samuel, David, and the prophets. These are held up as great examples of the faith for the readers of the letter. And after the author makes that list, offers that list of all these great heroes of the faith, he writes this: "Since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us run with perseverance the race that lies before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." That passage puts Jesus at the beginning and the end of everything that has to do with the life of faith. Jesus is both the pioneer, the one who started it all, and the perfecter of faith, the one who brings it to its wonderful, glorious conclusion. Jesus leads the way. He leads us to our destination as the pioneer of faith. The book also argues that no one can surpass Jesus in dignity, in status, and in honor, and that nothing can surpass the blessings that Jesus brings. In fact, the whole book of Hebrews is one extended argument about the superiority of Jesus to everything and to everyone who came before him. Jesus is better. Jesus is better than Moses, better than Joshua, better than all the priests and their sacrifices, and better than the sanctuary in which those sacrifices were offered. And that's why he's worth following. And that's why we can be confident that Jesus will get us to our goal. And that goal is life with God. Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith, can therefore take people to their final destination. And there is a journey, a pilgrimage for the people of God. And the people of God are called to follow Jesus, that pioneer and perfecter of faith, and to do so faithfully. As noted earlier, as I said before, the book of Hebrews often appeals to what are called sometimes the heroes of faith, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and so on. They are examples of faith because they are headed for something they didn't see. They are headed for something they can't see. But they are also examples of faithfulness. They keep on going, even when they don't always know exactly where they are going. Hebrews also reminds us that we are not on this journey alone. Others have gone before us. Others are bearing testimony to us, urging us, keep on walking, keep on journeying towards God. Don't take your eyes off Jesus, because he is a faithful guide, and he will lead us to life with God. Let me then read what is one of the classic quintessential exhortations in the book of Hebrews. This is from chapter 12, verses 1 and following. "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin that clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith, who for the sake of the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and has taken his seat at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such hostility against himself from sinners, so that you may not grow weary or lose heart."